300. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all. So somebody had asked me, and I'm happy to explain this, y'all, because like I say, we do need to create a standard. But somebody asked me, okay, so what does it mean if a brother is a so-called black man of African descent and he is kind of like mingling with somebody else? What will he be considered? Because we have an understanding based on what we're talking about. Our philosophy, our information here is that if we got a so-called mulatto man who is dealing with a so-called white woman, he cannot be considered so-called black or of African descent, okay? Because he's on his way out the door. He's trying to get out the door. And we see that by his effort of what he wants his genetics to look like tomorrow, okay? So we know that. But when it comes to a so-called man of African descent, he's still going to be considered a man of African descent or whatever, all right? But because of his genetic makeup, because see, his parents before him, okay, they did what they had to do, okay? And so now they got him today, a man of African descent, all right? If he go out and decide that he's gonna have another type of offspring, all right, what's gonna happen is most of the all of the responsibility of correcting what he did, right, to bring it back to the melanin, that's gonna be placed on the plate of that so-called mulatto child. Okay, this is one of the reasons why they be getting all mentally fucked up, because they kind of don't know which way to go. But that's what's gonna happen. That parent will set that child up to have to make it more of an effort to correct it, to bring it back to the melanin. Okay, so that's just kind of like what it is. The brother who's dealing like that, he's going to still be considered a man of African descent, black man. But the thing is, his offspring is going to suffer. And I think that that's one of the issues with us as well as a people is we don't really think about what our future is going to have to deal with and things like that. And what they're going to have to be responsible for cleaning up behind our messes and things. So just explaining that, that's what that means, okay? Now, when y'all get into the social things and y'all want to call them a coon and all this for what they're doing and who they're sleeping with, I'll leave that up to the other people. You know what I'm saying? But we want to break down with the standards and how we navigate and go about the standards, okay? But that's what it is. So you'll have a man like that. But at the end of the day, just like I said, if that man was about stuff like, well, I want my kid to be, you know what I'm saying, up front in a movement or up front in a micro community or culture that count, in my opinion, your child is not going to have those rights in the real so-called communities that count if that bloodline ain't right, okay? And it's like that just simply because of history and what we know about history. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, man. Y'all comment below. Like this information, hit the sub button and the bell. We dropping shit y'all like. It's your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I'm out.